We will discuss now today about the very important in the productive sector. Do you know that? What? That is the handicraft sector. Handicraft are the unique expressions and they represent the culture, tradition, and the heritage of a country. The handicraft industry is one of the important productive sector. Handicraft is a type of a craft where people make things using only the hands and a basic tools. Handicraft sector is a significant share in the country's exports. Now we have one of the successful handicraft exporter with us. He is a founder of the Innovative Export. He is the member of Indian Industrial Association as well as he is a member at the Export Promotion Council of a Handicraft. He was also nominated under top 5,000 industries in India by MSM. His products are exported and even he has his presence on e-commerce market to USA, Canada and the Malaysia. With the help of the sharp business approach, he has gained a reputed position in the market in such a short period of time. His industrial knowledge and the expertise are the pillars of the success. So are you ready? So I would like to welcome Mr. Rohit Giridhar. So you're welcome, sir.
Yes. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank Global Fortune and Miss Gedi Shushma for having me as a chief guest here to share my experience as handicraft exporter. So hello, good evening to all. My name is Rohit Girdhar. I'm the founder of Innovative Exports. So what we do basically is we export wooden handicraft from here to many countries. Basic countries we export is in US and Malaysia and Canada. So what we are doing is we are manufacturing wooden handicrafts here and we are delivering it to overseas. Talking in brief, let's get to the procedure. Very initiative is the procedure. What all we need to export, what all we need to send our goods from here to the another country. We need three basic documentations. First of all, we need GST certificate, and then we need a DSC digital signature file, and then we need the basic and the most important thing, IEC, import and export code. So what is IEC? IEC is the permission letter from the government that you are a genuine exporter and you can export your goods from your home country to another country. So that when your goods reach to customs department of any country, so there should not be any problem in that. So that basically IEC code is to verify your documentations to the government documentations. And what else we have is getting to my next point. My overall experience in wooden handicraft team is good enough, though I struggled a lot because as a newcomer, I was not basically into this background. I was not very knowledgeful from the very first. So I adopted everything from my own. I started up my own business in Saharanpur, UP. UP is basically known as a very good source of wooden handicraft, wood carving city of the India. So what we do is we manufacture certain goods. As you can see behind me, there's a wooden ladder. So we manufacture such wooden things, wooden temple, wooden ladders, wooden jewelry boxes, and many more things. So I chose e-commerce as a startup. Okay, a setup also and startup also, because I really needed to know that what all foreign countries are asking for. So for that, I need to get into that platform so that I can see that what they're actually asking for, what kind of finishing they want, what kind of quality they want. So going through that, I joined Amazon, eBay, Etsy. So I developed knowledge in that, much knowledge in that. So basically, we are doing e-commerce also and B2B also. So first of all, I would really suggest if someone wants to enter in an export market, they should definitely reach any platform, any e-commerce platform that are dealing overseas, that are not just domestic, but they should be dealing in overseas. So getting into next point, my personal suggestion is that you should start registering yourself from the day itself, because there is so much of competition coming in this global market, that people are hurrying up to be an exporter. Like if we talk about Saharanpur, maximum of the people are dealing in wooden handicrafts. But what they are doing, they do not know anything. They do not know about any procedure. They just want to do export. I don't want you to be a part of that hurdle. I want to cross that hurdle, and you want to uh, you have to take a good step. See, theoretical knowledge everyone takes. Nobody wants to go practical before a theoretical knowledge. Theoretical knowledge everyone takes, but for a good startup of export, you should have a practical knowledge also. So my basically my my handicraft experience is that you should enter your practical knowledge. You should have your practical knowledge, and then you should apply it to the e-commerce portal. Rest, my brother will take it from here. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Rohit. Thank you, Rohit. Like Rohit mentioned, we are basically exporting. So if we talk about sea export, we are doing it in US, Canada, and Malaysia. And if we talk about the e-commerce portals that we are working on, they are majorly in US, Canada, and the UK. So if I talk about the various, since I look more of the e-commerce business overseas that we do, I really recommend having some trustworthy portals. And if some trustworthy portals I have to mention over here, they are definitely Amazon. Amazon has different marketplaces, more than 16 marketplaces across the globe. Amazon.com is the one which operates in the US territory. It's in US and Mexico. Amazon.ca is into Canada. And Amazon.co.uk is the one in UK. So these are the marketplaces where we are actively selling. Along with that, we have a couple of accounts on Etsy. Etsy is, so there are two major platforms I would cite out, Etsy and Artfire. Artfire and Etsy, both these platforms encourage the selling of handmade goods the best. If I talk about all the other websites, you can surely do it through Shopify and other portals, but then Etsy and Artfire are majorly renowned for procuring handmade articles. Now, these handmade goods could be wooden handicrafts. These handmade goods could be anything made of wrought iron. These handmade goods could be anything like a shoe, like a fabric, or anything which is, which requires the human labor and comes up with the natural beauty when it's handcrafted. So yes, these are the major portals that we are working on. And I relate this to the last year scenario when we were doing the export, but suddenly we were hit by COVID. And after COVID, everything came to an halt. And that's the time when e-commerce boomed. And that's the time we also learned a lot about e-commerce. We have been doing this on Amazon, Flipkart before as well. But in order to continue with the overseas business, we had to come up with a channel that could replace the loss that we were having for not being able to do the conventional export. And that's when we created an account on Amazon.com, that account on Amazon.Canada. Initially, it's hard to understand the documentation. It's not an easy process to register on these portals overseas. So if I would to recommend for a online portal where you can register, where you don't even need an import export code, where all you need is an email address and a valid verified PayPal account, is Etsy. If you are into product manufacturing and if you want to start your business on the e-commerce space overseas, Etsy is the go-to place for anyone. I really recommend. It's very easy to register. And if you're into any kind of unique and exquisite products, Etsy is the place where you can get a very premium price for the same. So for example, if a temple that we manufacture, just giving an example, a temple that we manufacture which could cost us 6,000 to 7,000 as the manufacturing of a 3 feet long temple, that easily goes for close to $700 to $1,000 on such platforms, not just Etsy, but Amazon, Etsy, Artfire, so on and so forth. So yeah, this is pretty much from our side. We are still growing. This business was incepted in 2017. If I talk about the growth in terms of top line, it has grown about 5x in the last 4 years. And we also aim to have a similar, even better growth trajectory in the next 5 years. That's what the target of the business is. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul sir and Rohit sir, for sharing your views on handicraft. Hopefully, our audience will start their business in handicraft. Thank you so much, sir, for joining us.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you.